Alright, hello. I thought I'd make a little video about, all this stuff, where I built the pedals and also about my desk and the studio desk, if you can call it that. So, yeah, I'm gonna show the mess that's inevitable when you do this sort of stuff. We'll start with this desk. It's a small little desk that's standing on an actual keyboard stand under there. So it's just plywood coated. I have a power in there and some other stuff, hooked up. And of course, some safety equipment, that's my toolbox. Lots of stuff in there, for pedal builds. And this is actually, I just took apart pedal, so they're there. And I clean them, And then in this corner of the desk, of course, the most important tool, the soldering iron, And then there's, I think 3A6 chips in there. That was a amp I took apart because I'm gonna try something different there, And then there's this box that has tools in it, then some parts, jumper wire if I do builds for a breadboard, then a few different soldiers and enclosures, and here's some builds that I'll be doing on the strip board. So I've put them already in the bags with the pots, and then I'll pre-cut the boards also, I think. Then we have my self-made fume extractor, so just turns on and off from there, and the power comes down under, from down under. And here's the test rig I use. So when I finish a strip board build, I just hook it up here. I have my guitar going in here, and that one's going into my pedal board, and from there I take it into my interface, and I'll show that one also. And I have some builds coming up here, so these are ready for that. And here's the the breadboard, and I'm being thinking about doing some like fuzz phase things with it, and I tested some self-made Vactrols or light dependent resistor and LED combos. And then there's always a buildup of stuff in here on this corner, stuff like that. And then there's tools and all this stuff, and then down here is all this stuff has been in here lately because I'm building all the time, so those are just basically there all the time. And then a box of tools, and then that's a old hand painted enclosure with coating on top, and I'm gonna build the same thing in there, but I took the old board apart. And then we have a cabinet in here. Let's get some light in there. And I keep some stuff here, like a bag of successful builds. It's building up. I think there's like 12, 14 in there, all tested, working. Then there's my pedals, some of them, and that's a guitar cap I built just a while ago, making a video about that too. It's mic'd up with an Audio Technica 2020, and yeah, and that's running into my amp, Joyo 20 watts. That I'm gonna show also. And then down here is just, you know, well, not junk, but useful stuff and more pedals, and you know, and then there's MIDI drum bats, you know, this cheap stuff. And then we go up here. On top of this cab are my instruments and some other stuff, you know. But yeah, acoustic. It's in the back. I've been playing outside when the weather allows. A Harley Benton do-it-yourself bass, little customized. Same with this one, and this one's actually the one I play the most. It's a Jackson Dingy, really good for the price. I mean, and I'll probably be doing a push-pull pod for these, so I can split the coils and get a single coils from these for some variation to the sound. And of course stuff builds up in here also, so here are some, you know, fronts for and for the pedals, and here's one also. I've been working on a video that shows how I you know, build a kit. Been making those. And then there's a box of, you know, here's where I order the boards from. And I pack them up now and label them, you know, keep it clean. Alright, and then we'll get to the desk. So, well, stuff builds up here also, but that's the amp, you know. So the cap in there on the cabinet is hooked up to this, and then you know, this one is well, my signal is my guitar is going in here, and from there I can choose if I run from the test rig into this, or do I take just my guitar, you know. And this is a self-made MIDI controller, and I use that with amplitube, and it has an expression pedal. The board also has a tuner, buffer, a few pedals, and a really good power unit. And when I make videos, I have this to, you know, shoot that with. And here's the thing I'm working on also. So I have this switcher, and I ran out of cable and jack plugs, so it's there, but it's going, and I'll get it done at some point, and a video about that is coming also. But yeah, so from this board here, I can either I have a DI box, and let's go up here. So I have a DI box in here, and from board down under the desk, you know, it's the signal is coming in here, and from there it's going into the interface and to the Joyo amp, and the mic is running into the interface input 4, so I can choose if I want to you know, play through the amp, or if I want to just, you know, get the direct signal and use amp simulation software. Then there's a lot of, you know, crap on the table. Coffee, yeah, from a Dumag. There's a reamp box here for reamp box here that I use to make tone models from the pedals I built. And then there's also no. All right, so yeah, that's the reamp box, and I have videos about that and how to do that. Then there's this little box that I can choose if I'm running into the reamp box or if I'm actually, you know, running the signal to my speakers, which are these little ones. I use them now. I'm trying to get myself monitors, and it also works as a mute, which can be seen there. I've labeled it, you know. So yeah, and then there's I also do this sort of stuff because you have to if you want to build your own MIDI controllers. So this is also a work in progress. I'm gonna try and update it and get it with these, you know, make these kind of switches to it, you know, so it will be much, you know, just more comfortable to use. Because right now, you know, it's I use this old basic 3-pole downturn, so they make that annoying sound, you know. So that's something I'm trying to fix on the next update to it. But yeah, that's how it usually it's much messier than this in here in this section, and then also in here it's like pretty clean at the moment. And that's the thing, you have to be, you know, constantly tidying it up and cleaning it, you know, otherwise it gets like just explodes. But yeah, that's how it looks like at the moment. So that's where I build things, and that's the other desk where I do the videos, you know. So yeah, that's a look.
Naughty puppy.
And that's a dog.
Naughty puppy.
Yes.